Yo, before we get started, I just want to give a big shout out to all of our supporters on Patreon who are giving us a few bucks each month to keep this Black with No Cream podcast and the private community up and running. Hope you guys have been enjoying your 1 week early access to the podcast interview, plus all the other dope perks like discounted merch and early access to shit and the private feed and all that stuff. But if you are listening to my voice right now and you've been thinking to yourself, hey, Black with No Cream is giving me so much incredible information and resources. The podcast is filled with nothing but fire information that I can't really get anywhere else, and the private community has been an absolute beast of a resource for me to share my ideas, give feedback, find future job opportunities, etc., etc., etc. Well, then consider supporting the movement on our Patreon page, patreon.com/blackwithnocream. I would greatly appreciate that shit. You guys mean the world to me, so I appreciate that. Anyway, let's get back to the episode. And we are back with another Black with No Cream Morning Roast podcast episode. I am your host, Ben Haggerty, a.k.a. Ben Real Verse World. Today is episode number 56, titled LLC 101. If you are new to the midweek Morning Roast episodes, let me explain what you're about to dip into. The goal of the Morning Roast is to provide you with some midweek motivation and help you kill the game even more than you already are. I've been lucky enough to find some mild success in my career. It was a long journey to get to this point, and I've learned a lot. So I'm trying to wake you guys up and give you some mad shortcuts so you can dodge some of the mistakes that I made and turn your shit up to 10. As always, I encourage you to jot down 3 takeaways that you get from this episode and post them on your Instagram story, tagging Black with No Cream. You can find our worksheet template so you can fill out, your 3 takeaways on that and tag us so I can see it. And if yours is fire, I'm going to screenshot it and I'm going to read it on next week's podcast episode. All right, that's it. Leave us a review on YouTube or iTunes so that they know we are lit. That helps a fuck ton for, other creators to find our podcast and hopefully find our community. We have privately launched the release date of our new merch on the Patreon page and given all of our patrons discount codes. The release date is coming up very, very soon. So make sure to fuck with us on Patreon. Or you can just wait it out and find out about the drop when it's too late and then miss the opportunity to get our first limited edition hoodie. Yep, I said it. We're going to have a hoodie. We have so many fire designs on top of that, but the hoodie will be limited edition, and when it's gone, it's gone. So support on patreon.com/blackwithnocream if you want to find out when we're dropping this merch so you can set your alarms. Enjoy the work week. Keep creating. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday and Sunday for a new Black with No Cream episode. And without further ado, I bring to you another banger of the Morning Roast and the most epic podcast intro ever created right motherfucking now.
Attention.
If you stop this podcast recording at any time, you will die.
I don't want to die.
Do you want to live? Yeah.
You have 24 hours to share this podcast with 5 people or you will die.
I'm kidding, you won't die. You're just weak shit for not sharing.
And the winner of the best motherfucking podcast goes to...
Black with No Cream.
What do you think?
It's so fucking dumb and so fucking Ben Haggerty.
I knew you would say that. Today we are mainly going to be talking to independent contractors. Those of you who are freelance photographers, videographers, designers, etc. Anyone who makes money by selling a service primarily on your own. Even though you may be one person running the show, you are a business. In the words of Jay-Z, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business, damn. Or businesswoman. You get the idea. Anyways, since you are a business or an independent contractor to be specific, you should learn about how and why you might want to operate officially like a business by forming an LLC. First, what is an independent contractor? An independent contractor is someone who completes work for and gets paid by a company but is not technically an employee. Unlike an employee, an independent contractor will treat their employer more as a client rather than an employer and can negotiate their own pay. Does that sound like you? If so, then you may want to form an LLC to give yourself some added legal protection and credibility, which we will go over in just a second. What is an LLC? LLC stands for Limited Liability Company. Forming an LLC at the basis just means that you are officially registering your business as a legal company with your state government. In other words, you form a company through which to provide your services, rather than operating by providing services under your own name. So why create an LLC? I'll go over 2 benefits to creating an LLC. First, legal protection. Forming an LLC allows you as a business owner to separate your business from personal assets so that you can protect yourself from being fully liable for anything that may go against your business. For example, a lawsuit. Say something goes horribly wrong at a shoot. Someone can't sue you for all that you own. They can only sue you for what your business owns. which, say, for example, might just be your equipment and your computers, which would still suck, but it's better than your car and your house. Hence, your liability is limited. You feel me? Credibility. There's a level of credibility that comes with representing yourself as the owner of a company/corporation registered at the state level. It conveys to clients that you have your shit together and you take your business seriously. You will do business as the owner of an official company rather than just working as yourself, which comes across as much more professional. For example, I have people contact me all the time to do work with them, and most of them are under the impression that I move by myself. Say they see a shot that I put up of Beyonce that I captured and edited by myself, so they think that I can only shoot and edit by myself. This can be cool because it can lead to opportunities where I am hired to do something solo, but it can also hurt me and my brand if I don't create the illusion that I work with the team or that my company can handle more of a workload than just a quick one-man band shoot and edit. This scenario might be more clear to understand if I put it this way. Say a company reaches out to me because they like my editing style. They bring me onto their project or whatever where they already shot the footage. They just need me to cut it. As I'm cutting, I notice that there is a need for VFX, motion graphics, color, score, whatever there may be at the end. But the company hasn't really gotten that far in booking those creators to do those jobs. So I voice that I have a company, and my company can handle not only the editing, but all of the above. Now, I just changed my entire rate by offering much more than they thought I could handle. I can now hire my homies under my production company who can fulfill those needs, take a little off the top, and I win much more than I was already. The next time that company has a job, they will come to me for a full service as they know that I can handle all aspects of the job with my company. How to create an LLC. Most states have an official state website for businesses to register as an LLC. They will end in a .gov or will end in the state initials like .ca for California, for example. I recommend just searching how to create an LLC in the state that you live in on Google. Or you can use one of these websites that streamline the entire process and make it super easy for you to do at a small fee. Some examples are like Rocket Lawyer, CorpNet, LegalZoom. However, sites like this come at a higher cost, both upfront and in yearly maintenance fees, so it's worth it to do some Google searching to figure out how you can do it on your own, which is incredibly easy and much more affordable. There are 5 steps to create an LLC. 1. Select the state to register your LLC. It's probably best for the sake of paperwork and maintenance costs to just file your LLC in the state that you live in. I believe if you file an LLC in another state, one with more favorable business laws, for example, then that LLC has to form another LLC in the state that you're actually working in, which may be more of a bitch than it helps, for you to do so. So just do your research. Step 2. Name your LLC. Create a business name. Example, I am known publicly as Ben Real vs. World or Black with No Cream, but my LLC that I run everything under is Ben Made It LLC. It doesn't always need to match your actual name or your business name. It just needs to be something that works for you and isn't taken already. Step 3, choose a registered agent. This is whoever is going to officially receive and send papers on behalf of the LLC. So if you're by yourself, then it's just you. If you have a team, one person takes the point. Step 4, file the articles of organization. Fancy way of saying it is you just got to file the paperwork that just states what your LLC's name is, what its purpose is, your name and your address as the operating agent, and who else is involved within the business. And step 5, create an operating agreement. An operating agreement is a legal document that outlines the financial and working relationship between the business owners, aka members. This is the most important part if you are creating an LLC with other people. Essentially, it lays out the percentages of ownership for all members involved, how the business dissolves, and how disputes between members will be handled, for example. Remember, do your research on that shit. Here are some of the downsides of an LLC. 1, it costs money to file, register, and maintain an LLC, including a yearly fee that you have to pay to maintain your registration. 2, there's a bit of paperwork involved. 3, if you operate the business on your own, aka a single member LLC, forming an LLC doesn't give you any different tax treatment than when you just operate without an LLC, which is what the IRS calls a sole proprietorship. 4, it benefits you from having your own business insurance to protect you while working on site. For instance, if you fell on set and threw your camera over a balcony and it crushed someone's head, you want to be protected. We'll dive deeper into that on another morning roast. And FYI, for tax purposes, if you operate business under your name and you don't form an LLC, you are treated by the IRS as a sole proprietorship by default. And in conclusion, while it may not be necessary for you to create an LLC right now, you should definitely do your research and consider the benefits of creating an LLC. Like I mentioned earlier, you are a business, so it is in your best interest to understand all the options for how to operate as well as how the tax codes affect you. It also can help build the illusion that you have your shit together by simply having your own LLC. It may seem intimidating, but hopefully this episode helps break the ice for those who haven't looked into it before. Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Like always, write down 3 lessons that you learned from this episode. We are going to post a template on the Black with No Cream Instagram highlights for you to screenshot and upload with your shit on your story. I want to see what you guys think, and I will also share the best review on next week's episode. So make sure to screenshot that, tag us. I will see that shit this week. Lastly, if this impacted you and got you fired up, again, you should consider becoming a motherfucking homie and going to jointhehomies.com or patreon.com/blackwindowcream so we can keep building this platform and providing the keys to all creators. There are so many fucking perks that you get when you become a homie, that's as low as $5, yo. Like, it's as low as $5. So if you just don't buy one Subway sandwich at a minimum, you can not only help us out over here at the Black with No Cream headquarters, aka in my kitchen right now, but you can also unlock mad perks. And also, if you join this week, you will find out about the new release for our Black with No Cream merch. So there's so many reasons why you should do that. Patreon.com/blackwindowcream. All right, cool. That's it. Enjoy the work week, guys. New episode every single Wednesday and Sunday, which means I'll see you this Sunday. Cool. See you soon, bitch.